and welcome to Learning with Lulu. In this video, we are going to be doing a summary and discussing the events in chapter 21 in Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter. Where the last chapter left us, Arthur Dimmesdale feeling like he's a completely new person, that the old version of him was left behind in the forest. He had burned his old manuscript of the sermon that he was going to be giving on election day, which is both a civic and religious holiday for them, being that it's the beginning of a new legislative session. So very applicable to when I'm releasing this video. We just recently had an election. At this time for them, as I said, you know, it has both political and religious significance. And looking at people's reactions to the election now, I guess you could argue that people still act like it's a religious thing. Anyway, the scene in this chapter is taking place on election day. It is the New England holiday. It is going to parallel a little bit the gathering of people in the public marketplace at the beginning of the novel when Hester was being shamed publicly for committing the act of adultery. Now we have another large public gathering in the marketplace. As I just said, this time it's to celebrate and establish who the new governor is going to be, and Hester is not being paraded. Is not being paraded in front of everyone with her beautiful infant child. Now, these are Puritans, so they're not, you know, being all raucous, and it's not like this huge cacophonous event, but being that they are largely descended from the English, there is this certain element of pageantry to it. They like kind of the splendors. We've seen that from how, even though they were kind of rejecting the use of British monarchy and aristocracy, they're still, you know, the government was still kind of trying to establish that here, still kind of trying to put on the airs of aristocracy. In this large public gathering, Hester and Pearl are now among everyone else. They are among the public. And in this large gathering, it's not just Hester and Pearl and the other townsfolk, it's also Native Americans and sailors who are, I guess, just spectators wanting to see the going-ons. And the sailors are the ones from the ship that Hester, Arthur, and Pearl are intending to leave on. They're waiting for a sermon to be delivered. Lovely little Pearl asks her mom, is the minister, aka is my dad, going to reach his hand out to me in a similar way to how he did at the brook, now in front of all these people? You know, Pearl is not blind to the fact that he acknowledges her and her mother very, honestly, sweetly, in a very familiar way when it's just in a private little gathering, but in public he gives them no special attention. Hester herself is very much lost in thought. I think she is essentially daydreaming right now. She is thinking about how she's going to get away from this place. She's daydreaming about her escape and getting away from being so isolated from a community and shunned by a community who, even now, as we've talked about, you know, the Scarlet Letter has taken on new meaning for some of the townsfolk, but like right now they're even still ignoring her. And so she's lost in thought, daydreaming in kind of a happy way about how she's going to finally get away. Keep in mind, she could have, I think, all along figured out a way to escape. But as we see now, there is this strong bond and tie she feels to Arthur Dimmesdale. And so I think the reason that she is finally actually trying to form a plan to get away is because she wanted to still be a part of Arthur Dimmesdale's life, and he wanted him to be a part of hers. And the events leading up to this moment have just made it seem possible for that to happen. This daydreaming, this illusion, is shattered, however, because one of the sailors from the ship that is going to take them does begin to talk to her, and it's revealed to her that Roger Chillingworth is going to be going on the ship, and that Roger Chillingworth has lied, obviously, as we know, and told the sailor that he is part of Hester's party that is going to be leaving, and that he'll also offer his services as a doctor. What then ends the chapter is when she looks across the marketplace and Roger Chillingworth is standing there smirking. He knows, you know he knows what has just been revealed to her. Likely he saw and was watching the sailor talk to her, watching her expression. Just the level of maliciousness in this man is deplorable. And that's chapter 21. Let me know your thoughts on this chapter. Per usual, comment your thoughts down below. Make sure to share this video with others you know that may need a summary of chapter 21, and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.